IGTV, y'all. All right, guys, so I am all about business for breakfast. I wake up and eat business for breakfast every single day because I am so focused on helping you achieve your goals. And if you know me, you know I just am like pouring out those business and mindset tips, but so often I'm just dropping them to my mentees. And I realize I want to bring all this content to all of you guys. So I'm going to be plugging in a lot more business for breakfast tips on my IGTV and my YouTube channel. Go check it out. And a podcast launching next year. But I'm so pumped. This year has just been an incredible year of growth, transformation, and just I get to be so fortunate to work with the most incredible network marketers, entrepreneurs, and anybody just wanting to build their brand and build their business online. But one of the biggest questions I get asked the most is all about that, showing up online, transitioning from shifting your business from treating it like a personal page to treating it like a business. And I've noticed a big shift on my own Instagram of how many people that are in network marketing, different companies, whether you're with me in Isogenics or you're with Monet or Beauty Counter or Rodan and Fields, so many of you, a lot of you guys are just reaching out to me and asking me questions online. So I realized, and just entrepreneurs, as if you know me, you know I'm also I coach salons, amazing business owners that either want to grow their business, expand their business, or transition their business from booth rent to commission or commission to booth rent, or they just want to show up bigger online and create more of an online presence. A lot of different avenues, or rebranding and redevelopment or brand development. It's so fun for me and I just love it. So I realized I need to show up more online and give more value and tips to all of you guys, because I have such an incredible audience and people that I just love and adore, and I just want to pump out the value to you. So I get so excited, I can't breathe. But one of those questions that I get asked a lot is that transitioning from, a lot of people feel like it's hard to do this, jump on and start talking to people about what you're passionate about, because you still kind of have this mindset shift of but it's my friends and my family and they don't really care what I have to say. Well, if you really want to show up and start to monetize your business online and start to really create a strong brand presence online and add more value and content and maximize that influence in that space, you have to make that shift. And so much of it's just a mindset shift of, instead of hopping on being I'm talking to my friends, my friends aren't watching this. Maybe some of you are because you love me, but majority of people that are watching this are either building a business with me, or they're building a business and I've given them advice, or they're in the same industry, they're in network marketing, or they're in the beauty industry, or they're ready to build that online business. So for you, whatever you do, you have to just say, okay, today I'm marking that line in the sand. I'm committing that I'm treating my Instagram like a business, and I'm going to start adding so much value to that audience, knowing the people that are not meant to hear that message might stop watching you, and that's okay. Treat those people, go to dinner with those people, catch up with those people through texts and calls, but treat your Instagram like your business. So here are some of my top tips. This is actually gonna be a 3-part video because I have so much value and content to put into this, but IGTV, you can only do less than 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go over the basics, and then we'll dive deeper into the next 2 videos that I'll do back to back with this. So how do you transition? How do you all of a sudden say, okay, this is my business, how am I showing up? First thing, identify your audience. Who is the audience? Who are you speaking to? If you feel like your followers right now are not your ideal client, then just start speaking to your ideal client and the right people start showing up. This is exactly what I did 2 years ago when I left, transitioned from straight beauty industry and managing the top salon to the network marketing space and building a global influence. I had to transition that and just start speaking to that person, and it naturally and organically started to shift with me. So just step into that. Say, what is it that you do? What is it that you're selling or coaching, or what value are you bringing? What is your product? And who is it your ideal client that you really want to speak to? So there's so many niche courses out there, and that'll be more in the second part video of this, but identify that niche. Identify that core audience. Identify your ideal client that you're speaking to. Understand, what are they going through? What are those pain points and challenges? Understand their solutions, the desires they're craving, the solution that you provide. Make a clear, solid list of that. Have that in front of you. I have that on a spreadsheet in front of me. I know exactly who I'm talking to. I know exactly what they're going through. I know exactly what they want, what they're desiring more of in their life, and what they're craving. And that it becomes my content, that becomes my verbiage, that becomes the power words I use. You can do this by just doing market research. Go to other Instagram pages that you love, that you're like, this is where my ideal client lives. Pay attention to what they're posting. Pay attention to what content they're writing. Pay attention to what verbiage and language they're using. Go to other top leaders in the industry and pay attention to the comments of their audience and what they're asking. And start to write those things down and create a whole list, like put it into a Google Drive of your ideal client. So for example, like I'm gonna use a stylist as an example. Say a stylist is like, my ideal client is like blonde balayage, and I just like love millennials, I love blonde balayage, and I love extensions. What are those people craving? What are the things that they want? What are those desires? Maybe it's somebody, or let's use network marketing, someone that wants to lose weight, or someone that wants to make residual income. What are those pain points and challenges that they're going through right now? What are the solutions and the desires that they are just craving more of? And how can you create that and put that into your content and speak to that person? Instead of talking to so many people, when you're doing your content, write to one person. Literally imagine that one person that you're talking to, that ideal client, and just pour into them as if you're speaking to that one person. And when you do that, guess what happens? The person on the other end is like, I feel like she's talking to me. And you start to create that shift. And then that's when you really start to transition from treating your page so personal and just showcasing what you did on the weekend and what you're doing with your dog, to adding value and actually teaching to your ideal client to activate them. Remember this, how are you engaging your audience, educating your audience, and activating your audience? Every single day, it's like the value you put up there, even if you just put up one post or one photo, add value to it. Is there something that you can teach with it? Is there something that you can engage your audience with and start to like build and nurture the relationships? Even if it's one person following you guys, celebrate that and build around that one person. Engage that one person. You don't need thousands, just engage with who is paying attention to you and who is following you. Love on those people and trust that it just starts to grow. And then educate. How are you teaching? Don't just post to post. Don't just post fluffy information based. Actually teach and educate people so that when they read your posts or they see your videos, that they can walk away and be like, okay, I learned something from that. She added value to my life. I can apply that to my business. I can apply that to my life, or I want to work with her. Like, I want to be a part of what she's doing. I want to like have her be my coach. I want her to be mentored by her. How are you teaching and adding value? And then always have a call to action. How are you activating and moving people from online to offline? You can't just pour value into people all day, but you don't actually have a call to action. You don't have a place to actually take them to buy your product, to learn more, to reach out to you, to connect with you, to create this open space and these open arms to be like, hey, I'm approachable. Do you come join me? Lock arms with me, direct message me, reach out to me, put your information here. You always need a call to action. So just start there. I'm going to do a part 2 video of this and dive deeper, but this, if you just identify those core things, like who is your audience, who are you speaking to, and then what are their pain points, what are their desires, what are the solutions you provide, and how can you show up and teach? The second part of this video, I'm going to dive even deeper into the niche to get even more clear with that, helping you write some content strategies and some great ways to activate, and then just deeper parts of that. I love you guys so much, and check out my YouTube channel. I'm going to start building it a lot more, and I'm going to start putting more value in here on the IGTV because I just love teaching and mentoring people. And yeah, like reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. I want to know more about what you do, what your business is, where you struggle most with making that shift of like, how do I just hop on and all of a sudden step into that? And I'll give you some of my own personal tips, like one-on-one based and customized around you and your business. So I love you guys. I love all my mentees, and I just can't wait to connect and grow even deeper with all of you.